And good Tuesday morning. Welcome to episode 69 of the Inside Drive podcast. Excited about today's episode. Everybody knows about the Sherman Invitational around this area. We've got Mike Walker, the general manager at Panama Country Club, and then Noah Zedeker, a former Mosley High School golfer, as well as a three-time Sherman Invitational champion, as well as a three-time individual college champion, the 2020 Mississippi College Invitational, the 2022 Lander Fall Invitational, and the 2023 McCrory Wright Currahee Intercollegiate. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Gentlemen, how are we doing today?
Doing good. Thanks for having us.
Yes, thanks for coming on. Before we get started, I want to talk about Juice and Sunsets. That's the official juice of the Inside Drive podcast. Let's be real, most of us aren't getting what we need from food alone. Low energy, feeling sluggish? Yeah, we've all been there. That's where Juice and Sunsets comes in. Fresh, nutrient-packed juice loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants to keep you feeling your best. Hit them up on Facebook or go to juiceandsunsets.com to order yours today. Pickup or delivery. And then, of course, one of our newer sponsors, that is the Back Nine franchise. I'm actually doing some instruction over there right now, so check out my Facebook page for more information. But before we get started on the Inside Drive podcast, we got to shout out one of our newest sponsors, the Back Nine in Panama City Beach. If you love golf, this is the place to be. They have state-of-the-art indoor golf simulators where you can play some of the most iconic courses in the world and get real-time data on your swing. The best part, they are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for members, so you can grind on your game anytime you want. Speaking of memberships, check out their memberships. Unlimited tee times, 24-hour access. Memberships come with guests included, plus discounts on merchandise and events. The few more founding memberships are still available, which include lifetime discounts. Rain or shine, day or night, Back Nine is the place to be. You can find them over at Navy Boulevard next to Publix. Join now to be part of the new way to play golf. And of course, I got to mention our American Charlie's Athlete of the Week. This week is Mr. Hudson Quinn from South Walton High School. He was the one that laid down the walk-off suicide squeeze bunt that scored the winning run and gave South Walton the 3A baseball state champion. They've been to the final game the last 2 years, and then this was third time was the charm, I guess you could say. Did you guys see that play?
It's awesome.
Yeah. Unreal.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
great.
been getting so much national attention, too, which is really, really cool. But I had no choice but to give Hudson the American Charlie's Athlete of the Week this week. Speaking of American Charlie's, the Athlete of the Week is brought to you by American Charlie's Grill and Tavern, your go-to spot right here in Panama City Beach. Whether you're catching the game on one of their 15 TVs, grabbing legendary wings, burgers, or home-style fried chicken, American Charlie's delivers every time. Don't miss their daily happy hour and early Eagle menu from 4 to 6 p.m., plus military and first responders always get discounts. Their free appetizer special ended this past Sunday, but that was a cool thing that they just did. Make sure you follow their Facebook page for all sorts of cool specials they have coming out. They're right there in the shops at Edgewater. Just tell them the Inside Drive sent you. All right, gentlemen, let's talk a little bit about Panama Country Club, Noah, and then, of course, the 99th Sherman. Mike, can you just recap all the results from the 99th Sherman Invitational for us?
I did not bring those with me, but yeah. So basically, our championship division, Mr. Noah Zedeker.
A familiar face here in Bay County.
Yes, it was. Let me pull this up real quick. I can actually get it pulled.
Sorry, I should have had it on
No,
a tab
good.
for you.
I'll
There's a
have
lot
it
of
ready.
different flights and a lot of different.
Yeah, there
ways to
are.
be
So we
champion.
had 5 different divisions, and of course the championship division being our main one. But we also had a senior division, and trying to get that to come up. Sorry.
You're fine. I kind of put you on the spot there. With
Yeah,
the
it's all
results.
right. We'll get it. Let's see. Let me start with the seniors. Do. You want to stall for me, Noah? Just
Here,
kidding.
Noah, how about I'll ask you a question, Noah. Obviously, you grew up around here, and you've played. How many times do you think in your life you've played Panama Country Club?
Oh,
Thousands?
I mean, it's probably in the thousands. Yeah. I've played it a ton, as well as all the other courses around here.
Yeah. How much do you think obviously your familiarity with Panama Country Club helps you win the Sherman? Your third time winning the Sherman, and now you became one of the few people to go back to back winning the Sherman.
It helps tremendously. I mean, I know where to miss it to have a good chance to get up and down, especially on the par fives, and then number 4, obviously the drivable hole. I know where to hit it. Last year in the Sherman, I remember hitting it way right and not making birdie very often. So I told myself this year, like, missing the right spot because.
Yep. I mean, that's kind of the name of game of golf
Yeah.
too. It's not your golf isn't defined by your best shots; it's defined by your best misses.
Right. Yeah. It's how good is your worst shot?
Yep, absolutely. I try to tell people that all the time, and it's kind of an oxymoron or something like that, but it's the reality of the way the game is. All right, Mike, you got those results?
Yeah, I got some of
All
them
right,
for
go
you.
for
So,
'em. And you only have to touch on a few.
yeah, and I have to bring it up on my phone, so sorry it was
Yeah.
slow. But Mr. Mike Brown won our Legend division. That is our most senior division, but also some still really good players.
What's the age of the Legend division?
Legend is
75 and up?
Yeah, 75 and up, something like that. So, yeah, just some awesome golfers.
Yep.
You see those scores those guys post. It's very impressive. Our super senior winner was Mr. James Prim. He ended up 14 over for the 54 round score. So, again, very
Yeah,
good.
pretty good there, absolutely.
And let's see, our open division winner was, you might have heard this name, Mr. Jake Finch.
Yep.
So, he's not just a great race car driver,
Yeah, great golfer as well.
multi-talented. And let's see, our senior division was Mr. Bob Matthews. He ended up 5 over for the 54 rounds.
Wow, that's good playing.
And of course, the champ here. What'd you finish, champ?
16 under.
16 under. Is that a record?
It tied the record.
Who had the previous record?
I did last year.
Yeah. Yep. So
You
Noah.
still own the record.
Yep.
Yep.
That's great
2
playing.
years in a row.
It's fantastic stuff. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at the past champions because your website's such a good website for a lot of cool information. And, you know, if you want to talk about the history of the Sherman as well, because a lot of people may not know how long and what's so historic about the particular Sherman
Yeah,
tournament.
I did prep for this.
That's
so
why
it's
I
not
should
gonna
have
be
asked you that
messed up.
first.
Yeah.
I apologize.
So no, but the event was started in 1927 by W.C. Sherman. He was the original.
100 years next year.
Yes, it's
That's
crazy.
exciting.
Yeah, it is unbelievable. But the property actually opened in 1926 under the name St. Andrew Bay Golf Course. So that was the origin
Fun fact
story.
right there. I like that.
Yep, it was. So it's on North Bay though, but hey, it's all right. So no, but it's been an ongoing tournament. The only time that this tournament has been paused was during World War II. So from, let's see, gosh, it was, I had that stat somewhere, but it was 1943 through 45 or something like that.
Yeah, that's about
But,
right.
yeah, something like that.
I feel like there needs to be a documentary done on the Sherman Invitational, and what it means to this area, and all the big names that have, won it. A lot of people have gone on, to played, pretty good professional careers as well, have won the Sherman. I know Earl Bowles, is a legend when it comes to the Sherman Invitational as well. But just really cool stuff out there. Mike, how has Panama Country Club changed and evolved over the last few years?
Well, of course, following Hurricane Michael, 2018 to 2021, we're just barely scraping by. I
Yep.
mean, it took away 3,000 trees plus the, people say higher, but I try to say about 3,000 trees is what we
Regardless,
lost.
that's just a mind-blowing number,
Yep.
especially for a golf course that is defined by trees.
Yes, it was very demoralizing for us, but so we had to rebuild. We had to rebuild the course. We had to rebuild the clubhouse. Thankfully, we have a core of just really loyal, long-standing members who stepped up and helped us to make it through it. And since 2024 or so, we have just exploded, and it's great to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's what you like to see for sure. Kind of the comeback is bigger than the setback. I was trying to think what that quote was. It feels like y'all are defined by that for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Noah, I mentioned your 3 collegiate victories when you played college golf. Which victory meant the most to you personally, and why?
It was probably the first one in Mississippi, because I was playing with my brother at the time. He was on the team there, and he'd already won, I think, 4 events that year, maybe more. I never had a chance of beating him, and I beat him for the first time, and it was our last tournament actually that year before COVID shut us down. So that's by far and it was actually my lowest score ever. So
That's awesome.
so I got to beat him, and that was pretty memorable.
Mike, what are some of the biggest trends you're seeing right now in the golf industry?
Trends, wow. I would say I love that I'm seeing way more younger people out on the
Yep.
course. I've seen kind of the stigma of being a stuffy, no fun, old man type environment to just a great, fun-loving,
I mean, in my opinion, that's the key to successful clubs in this day and age, is make it a fun family environment. Golf is obviously evolved over the last decade or so, especially post COVID, with kind of that shot in the arm, no pun intended, of getting it back going and everything. But yeah, it feels like you guys do a great job with social activities as well, is getting everybody involved up there at Panama Country Club. So kudos to the great work you guys are doing.
Thank you.
And then Noah, what part of your game improved the most during your collegiate career?
I would say my ball striking. So when I started college, I was a good putter, good chipper. Ball striking though, I had a pretty not big swing change, but I was very high-handed. So I got my hands a little lower at the top of the swing, and probably sophomore year of college, it started really changing, and my ball striking got much better.
Awesome, very cool. That was just a curious question.
Yeah.
Mike, how piggybacking on your previous answer, how important is junior golf to the future of clubs like Panama Country Club?
It's everything. Yeah, I mean, golf, luckily, is one of those sports you can play until your final days in life. But getting these young junior golfers out there, it brings their families out. It just creates just a dynamic environment.
When it's future customers too, right? I mean,
Absolutely,
if you're not getting the future generation of golfers coming out to spend money on your golf course, involved in the game of golf when they're young, we're just shooting ourselves in the foot, right?
Yep.
I've been seeing them out there a lot recently. I love seeing a little 8-year-old walking by himself playing golf. That's respectable.
Yep.
And that's peak. I mean, you remember, obviously we all remember doing that when we were growing up.
Yeah.
Just walking out there by yourself, trying to get better at the game of golf, enjoying it. And you're not behind a TV, you're not behind a screen, you're not behind a phone, whatever it may be. You're out there enjoying nature and trying to do something that you love. I just love junior golf so much.
Amen.
Mike, what makes Panama Country Club unique compared to other clubs around the region?
Oh, I'd say, of course, the history.
Absolutely.
Just it's been a legacy for a very long time. I know my grandparents back in the 80s, they lived in there, and just, seeing how it's changed and evolved, and even with setbacks, we've always just kind of kept pushing forward. So the resiliency, and the community. I mean, we've been so lucky to have so many people support us, and it is my honor to be part of the tradition.
I like it.
Would say.
Be part of the tradition. That was well said. I feel like that needs to go on a T-shirt. PCC, be part of the tradition.
Love it.
I'll copyright that. So
That's right.
Just
Get paid.
just $1 from everything you sell would be fine. Like Kevin on Shark Tank. Noah, how much of your success comes from preparation versus natural feel during a round?
I mean, I think it's a lot of preparation. Just knowing where to go if you start getting a little squirrely.
Yep.
Like knowing what you can do. If you start hitting it bad on the golf course, you got to have some type of shot to get it near the green or on the green just to get through the round.
It's a good point. Yeah, I mean, because most people, if you start hitting bad shots, a lot of people come bounce.
Let's try this. Let's try that. Well,
Yep.
I mean, you got to have something.
That's right. You go out there with, if you're hitting a little right that day, you're just going to roll with that, right? And just stick to that the entire round and just kind of take one side of the golf course out. Mike, what role do country clubs play in building community relationships today?
Oh man, it's one of the best networking hubs you could possibly put together.
You are right.
So yeah, we have everything from just normal folks who probably don't make a whole lot of money but still love golf, all the way up to prominent people in the community you will usually find at the country club as well. But it's just a hidden jewel, and Ryan, you touched on this a second ago. It's not indoors, it's not a screen, it's not stuff like that. It's a place you can go and actually still be active, but oh, by the way, the family can play this sport together.
Definitely.
I love that.
Definitely.
So
I mean, like you said, it's outdoors. You're getting out there and you're just having a great time in nature. And that's really, a lot of people use it as therapy too, which is really, really cool. Noah, was there a moment when you realized you could compete at a really high collegiate level?
I would say that moment was when I won my first tournament, because it was pretty much a pretty big breakthrough for me. My freshman year, I played some good golf, but never. I mean, I was never in the top 5 of the tournament. I never finished in the top 5. So when I finally won, that was a pretty big breakthrough for me, and realized that I can do this.
That's very, very cool. I know I followed you very closely as you spent a lot of time out there, following you around in high school tournaments and county championships and all that stuff. So it was really cool to see you kind of go on and be so successful. Mike, how has technology changed the member experience and the game overall?
Oh, wow. Obviously, we talk about all the simulators and stuff.
Yep.
And goodness gracious, technology is shaping every decision we make nowadays. But as far as technology with our member base and stuff, we can pretty much do everything online now. Like
Yep.
I teach people, like, hey, just log into your member portal on your iPhone or whatever device, and you can book tee times, you can pay your bill, you can see what you've spent. I
They
mean,
can look at their bill and ask you questions why it's not right.
yep, exactly.
What's this? What's this charge?
Yep.
Don't you remember you came out and got a hamburger at lunch that
Yep.
day?
And I say even our older members have taken
Yep.
to, wow, it's nice I can book a tea time on my phone.
You kind of have to nowadays. I mean, if you're not keeping up with technology, making things easier, more efficient, and all that stuff, you're definitely going to be left behind.
Makes it easier on the pro shop guys too.
Yes, amen to that.
I bet. I bet. Noah, what is your pre-round routine? What does your pre-round routine look like before a tournament?
I like to get there about an hour, hour and 10 early. Hit a few putts, get a good feel for the green speed, and then go hit some range balls for about 30 minutes or so. Don't want to hit too many. You don't want to get tired. Then go hit a few chips, get a good feel for chipping, and then go back to the putting green, make a few short putts, and then go play.
And they roll out. Yeah, I mean, routines are so important. And so many people I've seen over the years, they're going out there to hit balls before they go out and play. You're just trying to get loose and warmed
Yeah.
up. You're not trying to work on your
You're not
game
trying
or
to
anything
find
like
it on the range
Yeah,
right before the
because
round.
that needs to be done before you get to the golf course and the range. Mike, what's one of the biggest challenges golf clubs face today that most members probably never think about?
Oh, goodness.
You're like, which one?
My brain goes to expenses and accounting instantly. But
Yeah.
no, just obviously inflation and things like that just drive costs so high, and we're always doing our best to keep membership cost as low as possible,
Yeah.
and make enough income to make all these improvements on the course and stuff. But those intangibles like gas prices and
Yep.
chemicals and stuff
Fertilizer,
like
herbicide, fungicide, all that stuff. It continues just to go up, up, up.
that. Yep.
And you've got to have that revenue to cover all that, because I always talk. It goes up together. Your course conditions and your revenue are hand in hand. If the course conditions aren't good, your revenue goes down. If the course conditions are great, your revenue can go up. But you need the revenue to sustain those course conditions. Just such a tough balance to walk.
Well said.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a lot of people don't I mean, they should realize that, because to me that seems like common sense, but certainly challenging in this market, no doubt about it. Noah, how do you recover mentally after a bad hole or a rough stretch during a tournament?
I just try to let it go. I mean, and realize that there's plenty of holes left. I mean, and I know before the round that something bad's going to happen during the round.
Yep.
So, I mean, that change. I mean, when I was younger, I used to get upset and it would ruin, the next 3-4 holes. But once I started realizing that, there's plenty of holes left, and just to let it go, it helped my game a lot.
I mean, that's kind of any sport too. And I wish I would have realized, like, I wish I had the or what I know now when I was 10 years old, to be able to just, it's not going to go the way you want it to every time. And you got to have that next play mentality, and on the golf course, the next shot mentality, because otherwise you're just shooting yourself in the foot again, instead of getting back and moving in the right direction.
Right. Like, I don't think I've ever had a round of golf where I'm like, every shot went perfect. I couldn't have done any better.
It's because
I mean,
there's no such thing as
There's
perfection.
no such thing. There's no such thing.
Mike, what advice would you give, or actually, sorry, what does it mean to have such talented players like Noah connected to Panama Country Club?
Oh man, it makes me so proud. We've got so many good golfers. Noah can go on and on about the competition, but just so much young talent, so much old talent. I mean, we got it everywhere. So I'm very thankful and proud that we do have so many great golfers, and it really just changes the.
It's like a vibe. You
Yeah, it's
kind
a vibe.
Feel
That's
it.
how
Yeah,
to say it, yeah.
absolutely. Noah, what advice would you give to younger golfers in Bay County hoping to play college golf someday?
Just keep going after it. It's a process. Just
It's a
stick
grind.
to it. Be patient, and biggest thing is don't get angry on the golf course. There's no
Thank
need
you.
for that.
Yep.
That will help you tremendously, and it helped me tremendously.
Well, and it's like managing expectations
Yeah.
too, right? I tell a lot of people that, aren't your caliber of golf. If you expect to go out and shoot your best round of golf every time you go out and play, that's just unrealistic, and it's never going to happen.
Right. I can't. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're
I
fine.
can't. I can't tell you how many times I've warmed up on the range and thought, oh God, this is gonna be a horrible round, and it turned out to be a great round because your
Yep.
expectations are low. So when you hit it, you're not expecting a perfect shot every time.
It's kind of why two people that haven't played golf in a long time will go out there and play and usually shoot pretty well. It's because they have no expectations to shoot well because they haven't played golf in so long. Managing expectations, attitude, all those good things correlate to a good round of golf out there. Is for sure. Mike, do you think golf's popularity boom over the last few years is here to stay?
I sure hope so.
I hear that. I
sure hope
understand
so.
that. Yep.
No, I love that celebrities and stuff are, I mean, they're really getting into it now.
Yep.
People that you wouldn't expect to see on the golf course. So, yeah, I believe
It's
it.
funny too, like when I was growing up, Mike, probably when you were growing up, like playing golf was geeky or dorky. If you didn't play football, baseball, one of those main sports, you were considered a what quote unquote nerd, for lack of a better term. And now all of a sudden, if you play golf in high school, you're one of the cool kids. How was it know when you were playing high school golf? Because I know you're 5 or 6 years removed from it.
It was kind of that same way. I mean, yeah, I have a lot of friends that are on the baseball team, football team, and they're all playing golf now, and they love it.
It's
So I
funny.
mean, it's something that you can play your whole life. So
Yeah, absolutely. It's certainly wild. And I think a lot of that has to do with these influencers and these people all over social media that are promoting the game of golf, and I think it's in a good spot because of that. Mike, what's one dream foursome you could host at Panama Country Club? Who would it be?
Oh, goodness.
I know that's a deep one.
Oh, goodness. I mean, obviously, I'd have to go with Tiger Woods and maybe a prime Jack Nicklaus. Love to see John Daly.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Love Cam Young.
And it can be anybody. It doesn't have to be a golfer.
Now, more recently, I'd love to see Kay Denicky, first Mr. Noah Zedeker. Maybe mix in some Chase Seifert. And
generations of Bay County golf
champions,
right there.
Yeah. We got one more. Who's our
Mike
last?
Riley.
Oh, Mike Riley. Yes, absolutely.
There
Mike
you go.
Riley.
Now you're.
Now we're even higher. The legend.
I like that'd be fun. Kind of a multiple decades over that foursome. That'd be pretty cool. Noah, if you could instantly play one course tomorrow anywhere in the world, where would you be teeing up?
Ooh. It's easy answer is Augusta National.
Of course, because that's the hardest one to even play in general.
But Cypress Point,
Yeah.
probably. I think I don't know which one. It's a toss up. They're tied.
I like Cypress Point. That'd be unbelievable to play. Obviously, Augusta would too as well, but Cypress Point is absolutely spectacular. Mike, what excites you the most about the future of golf in the Florida Panhandle?
I would just say the growth.
Yeah.
I want to see it continue to be accessible to more and more people. I mean, I think when I was growing up, it was more of a rich man's sport.
Yep.
And now, with all these home simulators and awesome places that you mentioned that you can go and play, and of course, you got places like Top Golf, and I just love to see that it's reaching a broad spectrum of society.
Yeah, I think now we're in a better place than probably we have been in a very, very long time when it comes to everybody playing golf or being interested in golf anyway. Noah, what's the best round you've ever played where everything just felt automatic?
It was probably the 36-hole day of my first win in college. So I had two rounds that day, 64 in both rounds, and I just felt like I couldn't miss. I mean, that was probably what felt the best.
It's just tough to get to that spot, right? And then when you're like, why is this so easy, for lack of a better term? You're like, why can't we get there every time?
And that only lasted for a day.
Yeah.
Let me make that clear. It was only that day.
It's just crazy how that works on that kind of stuff. Mike, what's one thing clubs can do better to connect with younger golfers?
Just make it available to them.
Like that,
You can do, free camps. You can do outreach programs with the schools. We have clubs for kids programs. So any kids that don't have clubs that need clubs, please give me a call. Just make it available. Is what I would say. But
I like that. Availability for the junior golfers out there is something that is extremely important. All right, sorry. Just my taskbar isn't popping up when it's supposed to. Noah, what's more nerve-wracking, a short putt to win a tournament or the opening tee shot with everyone watching?
That's a tough one. I'd probably say short putt. Once it gets about 3 to 5 feet, that's a little more nerve-wracking. First tee, you got a little bit of room, 50 yards or so. You just got to get it out there somewhere. But yeah, I'd probably say short putt.
Mike, you play golf, right?
I try.
What would you say is more for you is more nerve wracking?
Oh goodness! In my experience, because I've never been in an important enough position to make a putt for anything special, but the first tee box, yeah, everyone's watching, and typically I like to toe shank one or top it or something where everybody gets a good laugh. But yeah, it's for an amateur, and I'm probably below an amateur, but you get in your own head, and I
Yep.
love hearing these two talk about golf because they understand the mental side of it. For all of us other folks. We just need to lower our expectations and calm down.
There you go. I like that. Calm down, indeed. And I don't know why we put so much more emphasis on the first shot when people are watching. I mean, all the other shots are exactly the same. We just create these pressures in our mind, and if you can feel a way to just suppress those pressures and be successful, that's a hard place to get to. Did it take you a while to get, when you were younger, when did that click for you that this isn't more important than or one shot's not more important than another shot, and they all add up to your score, whatever that may be?
Yeah, that happened probably in college or so when I figured out. Well, I mean, obviously I always knew it, but I never thought about it that way. Each shot counts the same, so there shouldn't be. Obviously, there's higher pressure moments. You're trying to finish the tournament out. A couple holes left. Those shots are going to be a little more nerve wracking, but just staying consistent throughout the round has helped a lot.
Absolutely. Mike, what do you think why do you think golf creates such a strong friendship and business relationships?
Because it's the struggle. We always joke about, I don't know if golfing is an addiction or I just don't like to lose. It's the challenge of, Ryan said it earlier, there is no such thing as a perfect round of golf.
Yep.
So you will struggle. You'll see your friends' emotions high and low, and you kind of get through the battle together. And there's a lot of great moments, but also a lot of frustration typically if you're not a great golfer. And
sure.
It's like doing anything hard as a group. You typically bond because of the struggle.
Absolutely.
So.
No, would you rather play with somebody that's playing well or somebody that's playing bad that you're competing against?
Well,
Yeah.
I want them to play as good as they can because I feel like that brings you up.
And that's another point, and I'm just kind of spitballing now. Like when you back to the young golfers that want to play collegiate golf, always play with better people. Because if you play with people that aren't as good as you, you're going to play down to that competition. I don't know why. It's just the reality of it. And versus, like you said, the competitiveness when you're playing with people that are better than you, you're always going to try to compete with them. And I think that makes your golf game, any sport game, better. That is for sure. We'll do a little rapid fire. You guys can just each answer these ones. We'll go with you first, Noah. Favorite golf course you've ever played?
Cherokee Town and Country Club in Atlanta.
Nice. That's a good one. Mike?
Oh, the win in Las Vegas, the spear and all that.
Yeah.
Was awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Mike, hardest part about running a country club?
Keeping the members happy.
That is certainly fair. Noah, or early morning tea time or twilight round?
Twilight round.
This one's for both of y'all. Best golf movie ever?
Greatest game ever played.
That's a good one.
Caddyshack.
I like it's the generations right there. That's for sure. Most underrated thing about Panama Country Club for both of you?
I don't know if it's underrated anymore, but the food is incredible.
Well, thank you. I would just say the greens. Yeah, if you haven't played at the Panama Country Club, come
Yep.
roll the greens.
Come join the golf club. Absolutely. If members could see one thing behind the scenes, what would surprise them?
For me, it would be the limited number of people that make this show happen. Like the club, there's not that many people that
Yep.
run a restaurant, course, pro shop. Yeah.
It's just that's a great point because especially in this day and age, it's just hard to find people for those type of jobs and certainly challenging. But I'm sure you wear 27 million different hats out there. But when you care and hard work comes into play, usually you can make stuff happen. Noah, fast greens or soft greens?
Fast greens, for sure.
Mike, what's tougher, golf operations or member expectations?
Member expectations.
That was a stupid question. Like that's an easy
that's
one.
a great question, though.
Both of y'all, favorite hole at Panama Country Club?
Ooh, gosh. You go first. I would think
Well,
about
it's
this.
got
for
to
a
be
second.
seven, par 3 over the water. Love it or hate it.
I'd say number 6. I love number 6. So
And that's
not
why.
a popular opinion, but I like.
But
number
it's
6.
your favorite hole,
Yeah.
not everybody's favorite hole.
The graveyard hole.
It is
You
the
gotta
graveyard
love-
hole.
yeah.
Yeah.
kind of visual. I haven't played out there enough to remember which hole 6 is. Biggest pet peeve on a golf course?
Yeah, you first.
For me, loud music.
On music? Okay. Slow greens for me. I need fast greens.
People not raking bunkers and
Oh,
fixing
yes.
ball
that's-
marks on
That's
the
even
greens.
better. Yeah.
Ball marks on the green would probably.
I changed my answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
change mine too.
Unraked bunkers.
Yep. It's just I just don't know how you could go in there and hit a shot and walk out without raking
Yeah.
the bunker. It feels icky and weird. Mike's kind of already answered this question. Music on the course, yes or no?
Yes, but low.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be
Only your
loud.
cart
Yeah.
can
Just
hear it, yeah.
I can hear it when I'm in the car and maybe when I'm hitting next to it, but if not more than like 30 feet away.
Yeah, gotcha. Mike, I know you already
Oh,
said
they-
your
they-
pet peeve
I-
was music on the
I will
course.
be 3 holes away and hear, Metallica blaring. I'm like, guys, really? Come on now.
It actually helps me play better.
Oh.
Because when I was growing up, I would always have some kind of playing golf. I'd always have some kind of song in my head just to kind of help me stay on tempo and keep what I needed to be doing. So I don't mind it at all. And I think kind of back to your point where other things has kind of brought more people to the game of golf. It's become more relaxed, I guess you could say. But if you're a traditionalist and you love all the stuff that golf comes with tradition wise, I can see why it's a little bit of a pet peeve there. One course every golfer should play before they die. You can't say Augusta
I
National
was gonna
because
say Augusta
you
National.
can't play Augusta National.
Maybe Pebble Beach. It's accessible. It's expensive.
Yeah,
but it's
and
accessible.
you have to say the resorts and pay what
Yeah.
$500, $600, $700
Yeah.
to go out there and play around
Just
golf.
yeah,
It's just wild. It's
just
like,
takes money.
that's it. It just takes money, just like everything else. Mike, you got one?
Oh, I'd have to say like St. Andrews. I mean, I'd
Oh,
want to
that-
go.
That's a
I'd
good
want to
one, too.
go
I changed my answer.
abroad and like experience what
I'd love
golf
to do a
was.
Yeah.
Scottish golf trip, or
Yep.
Irish golf trip. That would be so much fun. Favorite tournament week of the year? I think that's probably talking professional golf.
Masters.
Yep. Mike, Masters.
Masters, I would-
Again, kind of a rhetorical question almost in that one particular. Mike, if you weren't in golf, what career would you have?
Well, I was a gym owner for a very long
Yeah.
time, but no, I would say I'm a coach. I just would coach whatever. I just coach a country club now. That's the only difference.
Yeah, you're coaching your team of
coaching a
your
team.
small team of people out there at Panama Country Club. Most memorable moment at Panama Country Club?
That's a tough one too.
It's a very tough one.
Because I'm sure there's a lot.
I don't know. Maybe the first Sherman after it opened up after the hurricane. That was pretty cool.
That's a good
Awesome.
one. Goodness. I mean, so many events and stuff. I would just say probably one of the proudest I've been. We just had our biggest wedding ever last month, and we had to serve a ridiculous amount of people. And I was just so happy to see how smooth we could make things run. And that's true for the Sherman this last week too. I mean, it is an undertaking with a small staff, and I'm just very proud of them.
That wedding was awesome. I was a guest. I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
actually-
We're not doing a pitch. I was very proud of
No,
how
I mean
awesome it was. Yeah.
it is. I mean, you deserve to do it. I mean, if
Yeah.
you were proud of your team and you really enjoyed the wedding, then absolutely. If somebody wanted to get in touch with you to book a wedding and stuff like that, what would they need to do?
Just give the clubhouse a call in the main promptings. We're going to tell you get a hold of Chelsea at extension 3. And
There you go. And Chelsea will take care of you and have your most memorable event / wedding, whatever you'd like to do. Panama Country Club can handle it for you. No doubt about that. All right, Noah, toughest course you've ever played?
That's also going to be Cherokee Town and Country
Okay.
Club. And it was a Georgia State Am, and those greens were extremely firm and fast.
I think the firmness of greens makes golf course more challenging than super fast greens, in my opinion. Anyway,
I love it. I played Augusta Country Club a couple years ago in a state amateur in Georgia.
that was over in
And-
my future former neck of the
Right,
woods.
yeah.
Yep.
And then like you be in the rough and you have to land it short of the green to roll it up. 'Cause
Yep.
you couldn't. If you land on the green, it's going over.
Absolutely. I think it makes it a little more challenging. You got to
Yeah.
be a little more creative and probably benefits you just a little bit more for that particular stuff. Gentlemen, favorite major championship? Again, stupid question.
The Masters, but the U.S. Open's pretty close. I like to see it.
Yeah.
when I like the high scores.
The agony of it. I mean, this past week, too, at Aronimink seemed like it was pretty challenging for
It
the
was,
guys.
yeah.
Aaron Rye breaking through was nobody saw that. I didn't see that.
I did
coming,
not see
that's
that
for
coming.
sure.
And
If you could take one PGA Tour player's game, who would it be?
Rory, by far. He's my favorite golfer, and I just
His swing is such a thing
yeah,
of beauty to
exactly.
watch.
I don't love the putting, but I mean, he's had better lately. But the driving, man, that would be awesome.
He just pipes it in the middle. Mike, what about you?
Oh, I'd have to say Oberg, like just how smooth
Ludwig,
and
yep.
effortless it looks. And I'm like,
I thought he was going to maybe have a chance on Sunday, but he did the classic Sunday Ludwig and kind of fall back a little bit. One day, I think he's got to break through at some point. He's such a good golfer not to break through. Range session or playing around?
Like what I enjoy more?
Yeah.
I maybe say I don't know. I'm in between. Probably a round is more enjoyable, but I'd say the range session is probably more important.
Yep. For both of you, best advice a coach ever gave you?
Go ahead.
be the hardest worker in the room at all times.
There you go. I like it. It's great advice for anybody out there. What about you, Noah? I know you had a few coaches over the
I would
years.
say just, I mean, steady. Just keeping it steady throughout the round. Don't be highs and lows.
Yeah.
You don't want highs and lows. You want it as steady as you can be.
Which is certainly a hard thing to do. Driver, irons, or putter? What's the strongest part of your game?
I would say putter. Putter's got to be it.
Which is probably the most important. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously you got to hit it in the fairway to be able to putt, but putting, I mean, people just don't spend enough time on chipping, putting, and pitching because you lose the most or gain the most. Mike, what about you? What's the strongest part of your game?
I think my friends would argue this one. I'd probably say the putter, just because I lose the least amount of balls with the putter.
Who talks the most trash in your golf group?
Oh, I would Charlie Commander. That would be an easy answer.
There you
Or
go.
tied second would be Matt Sal.
Okay.
That's great.
What about you, Mike?
That'd probably be me.
I was hoping one of
Probably
y'all would
me.
say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's see here. I think I got a few more kind of rapid fire ones here. This is just random. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
No.
Love it.
Oh,
I
God.
knew.
Hawaiian, baby.
Yeah, I
Oh,
felt like
God.
for some reason I was like, I knew you were a pineapple pizza kind of
Love
guy.
it.
Mm-mm.
I think I already asked that one. I get a couple more here. The most clutch shot you've ever hit.
So my last year of college, it was the last match of the year, the national championship match. Well, no, not national championship match, the semifinal match. And I had about a 35, 40-foot putt that I had to hole to tie the match. And then we had one match behind us that had to do the same. And I made that 40
I
footer.
think I remember watching that video.
So that was definitely my most clutch shot.
That was pretty cool. Now, playing in a national championship, how was that different than like getting ready for a normal tournament? Or is it you just try to keep everything the same?
I tried to keep everything the same, but for me, that was like, it was also going to be the last tournament of my collegiate career. So it was really important. But
Yeah.
I just tried to stay focused on it. And but by far the most fun I've ever had on a golf course was that week. So
No, that's what it's all about, right? I mean, sure, that's something you'd tell younger kids too, is make sure you're having fun while you're playing golf. Really, any sport. If it's not fun, then it's going to be really, you don't want it to be like a job and arduous. So, but I want to talk about real quick, Panhandle Credit Union. They're all about building quality relationships, whether you're supporting local events or sponsoring your kids or they're sponsoring your kids' sports team. Panhandle Credit Union is invested right here in our community, showing up and giving back. When it comes to your finances, they've got you covered. From checkings and savings accounts to mortgages and loans, Panhandle Credit Union can help you reach your financial goals. Gentlemen, did you watch any of that Thunder OKC game last night?
great game.
I
I
did
saw
not
some
catch
clips of it. Remnants of the Steph Curry shot, the
Yep.
double bang.
He just pulls up at 28 feet to basically tie the game, 118 in that was the first overtime period. And then Remby just was on fire. I mean, I think he had, 40 points, 24-ish rebounds.
It's a freak of nature.
Yep. Just, I've never seen somebody that size be that athletic. That
It's
is
just not fair.
for darn sure. I mean, and he makes Chet Holmgren look small,
Yeah.
and Chet is not. So I think he's 7'4", if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, 41 points and 24 rebounds in the win, and he played, I believe, 49 minutes, which is a lot for him because he usually doesn't play a whole game because he's just so big, and I'm sure he gets tired pretty quickly. But one of the best games even I can remember in a very, very long time. Spurs take a 1-0 lead in the Western Conference Finals, And the Eastern Conference Finals will get underway tonight. That's the Cavs and the Knicks. Who do you think is going to win that series, gentlemen?
I'd probably say the Cavs.
You think so?
Yeah.
I like it. Knock those Knicks out again.
Yeah.
And do you think the Spurs will win the series over the Thunder? Or you think the Thunder will maybe rip off 2 or 3 in a row here?
That's a toss-up. I mean,
I think it's going to
I
be
don't
the
know.
series we all
Yeah.
deserve, in
Yeah,
my
it's gonna be a good
opinion.
series.
Because if the series is anything like that game last night, it's going to be a fun next little while. That is for certain. And over on the hockey side of things, there was another great game last night in the that would have been the quarter for the second round, I guess the quarterfinals. The Canadians and the Sabres. That game was up. The Canadians were up 2-0, and then the third, the Sabres tied it up 2-2. And of course, it went into overtime. And then in overtime, the Canadians won that one to win the series. I love a Game 7 overtime goal to win a series. It would have been even cooler if it was the Sabres because it was in Buffalo and they would have went absolutely nuts. But kudos to the Canadians. They certainly needed a kind of a win there for the Canadian country, even though if you're on the western side of Canada, you hate the Canadians, you hate the Maple Leafs. Kind of like when the Oilers were in the Stanley Cup Finals, I believe it was last year. Nobody on the eastern side of Canada was rooting for them. They're not like, if a Canadian team is in there, we're going to root for them. I know it's been since 1993 since a Canadian team has won the Stanley Cup, and Florida has certainly won. So the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning have been dominating in the last 10 years or so. But the Canadians now move on to play in the conference finals, getting so closer to ending that Stanley Cup drought for a Canadian hockey team. And ironically, the Canadians were the last team to do that in 1993. So, but I think they've got a tough task in front of the Carolina Hurricanes. They're rested. They're strong. They have not lost a game yet in the playoffs. They beat the Senators 4-0 and then beat the Flyers 4-0. So hopefully the Canadians may be able to give them a little bit of a push there. But Hurricanes certainly look like a very formidable opponent. That gets both of the games, are the Avalanche and the Golden Knights are in the Western Conference Finals. That gets underway tonight at 7 p.m. or tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And then Canadians Hurricanes will get underway on Thursday at 7 p.m. So although there's no football going on, we've got a lot of hockey action going on, or hockey and basketball playoff action going off right now. And as I always say, in my personal opinion now, I'm a big hockey fan, grew up playing hockey. I don't think there's a better playoff sport than ice hockey. It's just so intense, so fast. But the NBA made a run for it yesterday with that particular game because I was locked in and could not stop watching until that game was over. A couple local sports things. I kind of already talked about it briefly with our American Charlie's Athlete of the Week. The South Walton Seahawks won the 3A baseball state championship after a very dominant run through the entire state tournament. They won on what was an unbelievable, crazy play and a great call. Bases were loaded. North Broward had gotten close in the previous inning, and luckily South Walton was able to get out of that with still being tied 5-5. Goes into extras. South Walton has the advantage, obviously, because they're the higher-rated team, so they had the second inning. They were the quote-unquote home team in that one. So in their last inning, got the bases loaded, and then their coach called the suicide squeeze, which you just never see in anything. And then, of course, I thought the kid, Quinn, I forget his last name, Quinn just did a great job going and getting that bunt. Because if you send the suicide squeeze, you have to bunt it. If you don't bunt it, it doesn't work. So he had to find a way to get that bat on the ball, and he did. He was almost like vertical bunting it and then just played down a perfect bunt. Kid was already about 3/4 of the way there when the bunt got hit. They scored the game. I mean, imagine being, I know you made that putt in the Natty, which was pretty impressive, pretty exciting too. But imagine being on that team. That moment happens. Everybody runs out on the field, and the reality is the situation. It's just crazy stuff there. It was so cool to be a local baseball team. I mean, South Walton is just our neighbor to the west there. So it's kind of pulling for them all the way through the postseason. And of course, they've got it done. We got another Bay County team that's still got a shot at winning a state championship as well. That is the North Bay Haven Lady Bucks softball team. They have moved into the Final Four after they beat in the region final Baldwin 8-3 handedly. They beat Baldwin 8-3. They beat Bulls 4-2 in the previous round, and they started off with a 5-0 win in the opening round of the. Apparently, my phone or my computer is not muted. I apologize. But anyway, the Lady Bucks, they play tomorrow. I don't know. I don't think that's in Fort Myers. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head where it is located. But good luck to the Lady Bucks. We had a former American Charlie's Athlete of the Week. The pitcher Addison Mallon is on the North Bay Haven Bucks team. But that'd be so awesome to have another Bay County team win a state championship. I know we've came close in recent years, but one more win, they'll move on to the state championship, which will be held on Thursday. So Wednesday, tomorrow, this is the game is actually at 11:30 if Max Preps is correct. That seems like an interesting time to have it. but the other game is at 10 a.m. So probably that game's first, and then the North Bay Haven game's at 10:30, or excuse me, 11:30. I'm assuming that's Eastern time, so it'd be probably 10:30 here in the Central Time Zone. But we'll have some updates on our Facebook page as they continue to battle it out for I believe that is a 2A state championship. Yep, 2A softball state championship. Be cool stuff if we could see the Lady Bucks get a state championship and bring it right back home here to Bay County. Do want to mention a few more things before we get out of here, because I got to get out of here just a little bit early for 8th grade graduation over there at University Academy. But Mike, tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing over there. And if somebody wants to join Panama Country Club, what's the best way to go about doing that?
Yeah, just give us a call. Of course, you can email me. It's available. My contact information is on the website. So yeah, just give us a call. It'll be me. I'll take care of you.
Absolutely. What kind of different membership levels do you guys have over there?
So we basically have 5 options. We have a junior membership, which is for kids under 18, 18 and under, and it's very inexpensive. It's a golf only membership.
Yep.
We do have a social membership, which is basically everything but golf. So you can have access to the pool, pickleball, fitness center, all that good stuff. And it's very inexpensive as well. We have a young adult membership, which is for people 35 and younger. We have an associate membership, which is like our tier 2, just under our Class A membership, which is like our premier membership.
Class A gets you everything.
Yes, sir.
What about the one right below that? What is that?
Associate still gets you everything. It's a family plan as well. We have a waiting list for that one, so I'm trying not to pitch it too much. But yeah, it's just a more affordable option. I tell people realistically, if you're golfing 1 to 2 times a week, we've got an associate membership for you. If you're golfing a lot, you need to look at the Class A. It's going to pay for itself. So.
And I know you said the associate's got a waiting list right now. Everything else is open?
Everything else is open. Yep.
Cool. PanamaCountryClub.com, or what's the website?
That's it, PanamaCountryClub.com.
There you go. 1927, is that right?
It's coming up. Yep, 100 years next year.
100 years for the Sherman. So the Sherman started when the club opened.
Yeah, basically when the course was ready, 1927. They were building it in 1926, so ongoing, long time.
Centennial.
Yes.
That's some crazy. So I'm sure you'll have a lot of big-time celebrations planned for the centennial there. Noah, what's on the you still playing tournament golf?
Yeah, I'm still playing some. I like to sprinkle in a little bit when I can. My next big one would be the U.S. Mid-Am qualifier.
Nice.
Doing that one up in Auburn, so that would be cool. It's at Sand Valley in Wisconsin, so
Sweet.
That'd be a pretty bucket list trip.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Sand Valley, another Kaiser property,
Yep.
which is still kind of crazy that we have a Kaiser property coming here to Washington County.
Really looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome.
It's just nuts. Just the fact that there's a group like Kaiser who's done Sand Valley, who's done Stream Song, and all these other huge big-time Bandon, all these huge big-time destination golf courses, is going to be putting a destination golf course in our area. I would have never thought that was going to be coming, but I guess the topography and everything up there just makes perfect sense for them to build that style golf course. Do we know who's the designer is yet? I don't remember.
I can think. I mean, I've read it. I just can't think of it.
Probably a guy like a Corin Crenshaw or a Gil Hans, somebody like that, I would imagine. But just really, really cool stuff. For our area to have something like that coming is just pretty amazing. Speaking of golf, got to tell you about Golf Plus. If you're looking to level up your golf game, then you've got to check out Golf Plus right here in Panama City Beach. They've got 2 simulators powered by the Foresight Game Changer 2 launch monitor, so you're not guessing. You're getting fitted the right way. New clubs, regrips, loft and lie adjustments. They do it all. Whether you're just getting started or chasing scratch, Golf Plus will dial in your game with the gear that actually fits your swing. Swing by the shops at Edgewater next to Firefly, or book your fitting by calling 850-249-2726, or book online at golfplusretail.com, because the right clubs change everything. Noah, how important is being fitted for golf clubs?
Extremely important. For a long time, I didn't really think so, and then right before college, I started getting fitted for my irons and my whole bag, and it changed tremendously. I remember specifically having a 3-wood that was fitted for me, and that 3-wood cracked. Swapped heads with a newer one, couldn't hit it straight to save my life. So it makes a big difference.
Yep, no doubt about it. And they do such a great. I was actually over there last week because I needed to swap a shaft out for my driver because my strength and all that is not anywhere near where it used to be. So that shaft was way too much. Went on the launch monitor. Alan's got all these great data points, and you can see the original shaft, and we do another one, then we do another one, and they have it all lined up, so it's just so easy to tell which one is best for you. And they put the dots on the club face so you can see where you're hitting the ball on the club face. And just in addition to being right for you, it also gives you confidence. Know you're swinging a club that is fit for your golf swing. Obviously, your golf swing needs to be the best it could possibly be as well, but you want to have it fitted for your swing, and Golf Plus can do all of those things for you right here in our own backyard, which is pretty impressive. All these sponsors over there in the shops at Edgewater. But before we get out of here, if you're looking for the best dinner spot in Panama City Beach or all of Northwest Florida, you've got to check out Firefly. From fresh Gulf seafood to perfectly cooked steaks to one of the top sushi bars along the coast, Firefly brings next level dining experience every single time. Whether it's a date night, a celebration, or just a night out with friends, the vibe is elite and the food never misses. They are located again in the shops of Edgewater. Book your table now online at fireflypcb.com, or trust me, this isn't just dinner, it's an experience. Mike and Noah, I really appreciate you guys coming on. Noah, congratulations again for winning your third Sherman Invitational. Mike, congratulations to you on running a very high-class, first-rate run event.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
That doesn't happen unless you're putting together the event that needs to be put together. But Noah, just really cool watching you be a junior golfer and coming out there and play Bay Point to what you've been so successful in your amateur golf career. So
Thank you.
Kudos to you doing all
Appreciate
that.
it.
As always, keep it local, keep it real, and always stay in the drive. That's another episode of the Inside Drive podcast, powered by our amazing sponsors and driven by this community. Follow and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, and all the major podcast platforms. We'll see you on Thursday. We'll have the same show we had lined up for last Thursday on this Thursday. Looking forward to that one. Y'all have a great rest of your Tuesday, and go join Panama Country Club.